Hey guys, it's Rick again with Flip with Rick, and today I want to share with you the biggest opportunity available in real estate in today's market, and it's creative financing. And I started as a wholesaler, and I've constantly told people that wholesaling is a great way to get started in real estate, but eventually you have to offer additional solutions to really become the most complete real estate investor. With the massive amount of unemployment and the record amount of people asking for forbearance, delayed evictions, eventually loan modifications are gonna come, and then you're gonna get the eventual short sale wave, and then you're gonna get the foreclosure wave. The old model of just offering a cash offer, finding a buyer and quickly assigning it, it's not going to play out well in this current market. You know why? Because back in 2008, I went through this exact thing. And if you can learn anything from my pain, is you have to have basically more guns in your holster to be able to provide solutions for your sellers. Because right now is a majority of the wholesalers out there have only learned one technique, and they ran with it because it was hot and it sold like crazy with the gurus. And everyone's been making money since 2013. The reality of the situation, that is only one way to take down a piece of real estate. So when you go out marketing, all of a sudden every month that goes forward here, as the news gets grimmer about our market, meaning our economic market, people have not gone to work for 30 days. It looks like it's gonna happen another 30 to at least 45 days and probably another 90 days till we get back to a full running economy. That's a lot of missed payment, and most people aren't going to be able to make this up. You got to understand, when people sign a mortgage, it's non-negotiable. The one thing in real estate is when you go to that table and everything's signed, you can't just change it. You have to make the payment every 30 days, and it's never going away until you pay off that bank. So what are you going to do with a seller that is behind on payments, which you're going to hear a lot, and they've decided to possibly downgrade their life, or they've had a change of heart? I will tell you, back in 2008, a lot of sellers said, listen, I'm getting rid of the property. I don't want to ever be put in this position again. I'm going to go rent when I solve this problem. And I think moving forward, a lot of people are going to switch from being homeowners to actually being renters, because they don't want to deal with the stress of selling a property that's possibly underwater, or if they're behind on payments. Once they get behind on payments, the penalties pile up, lawyers' fees pile up, and their credit gets destroyed. They can't buy cars, they can't buy basic things, and their credit cards get cut up. So your job as a real estate investor is to we're problem solvers. You got to offer solutions. So how are you going to approach a homeowner that's behind on payments and you're a cash buyer? And right now, if I want to buy a property for cash, I have to buy it basically 50, 60 cents on the dollar. And then if I'm going to sign it, I have to find a cutthroat, pretty much landlord or a buy and hold guy. And I'm going to make very, very little money, maybe $3,000 or $4,000, which to me is not worth my time. You can't keep doing this model. It's not going to work. Now, I always go in as a wholesaler, and I want to buy the properties for cash, but when it doesn't work, they're behind on payments, or maybe there's very little equity in the property. Did you know you could go out and actually make a play on the financing and make 3 times as much as you would normally make on a traditional assignment or a quick flip on a property? So let me walk you through this. Number one, I know what you're going to say, Rick, I don't know how to do it. And let me let you in on a little bit of secret. Your main job as a wholesaler is to identify motivated sellers. First and foremost, keep doing it. If you already have that skill set, do it. But what happens is when you go out and you make your cash offer, be open to it. Don't stop there. That is just the first gun you're going to pull out of your holster, and they say, Rick, there's no way I can't do that. It's not going to work. That's kind of what I owe on it. So you have a choice. You can either walk away, or you can go, well, hey there, Mr. Seller, I tell you what number is going to work to make this work for you? And maybe they go up another $10,000 or $15,000, which is quite normal in our business. Is Mr. Seller, if I could give you that price, can you give me something in exchange? And just having that dialogue right there, and they're going to go, well, what are you talking about? Is I simply move on to say, what if I could show you a way to actually save your equity, and I can actually buy the deal and it actually winds up saving your credit? Are you open to that suggestion, that solution? And right there, you can put a deal together. Now, here's where you all get fouled up on this, okay? Rick, I don't know how to put these deals together. I'm clueless. I don't know what to do. Guess what? I didn't know either. So here's what you can do. There's plenty of people that you can partner with. There's phenomenal programs out there. We actually teach a program at the Flip with Rick University, and it's strictly on creative financing deals. You must understand it. If you don't use me, go out and learn it. But here's the key is, when I did my first 3 deals, I had no idea how to structure them. I didn't know what type of contract to use. I didn't know how to write any stuff. I went and got another investor and had them actually cut them in on the deal, and they helped me put the paperwork together, and it wound up being a wonderful deal. And I learned, I don't know if you're like me, I learned much better on like a real-time deal than you're gonna give me on like a textbook. I don't learn well off textbooks. I never did, and I never will. But you give me a motivated seller that truly wants to sell their property, and we can't buy it traditional cash like we do on our big discount, but they're wide open to giving us terms. All you need to do is go seek the person to help you put the terms in there. Remember, the terms is nothing more than a freaking math equation. It's just math. And I'm not the best with math. So if I got to cut somebody in for a cut of it, and they help me put the paperwork and they teach me. Now, I wound up doing my first 3 deals with them. And after the first 3, I pretty much had a good fix for it. And then every now and then another type of deal would come up, and I'd bring somebody else in. And that's how I learned. I didn't stop becoming a real estate investor. I didn't stop being a wholesaler. I am still at heart a wholesaler. I did wholesaling really the last 2 years because the profits were through the roof. So at the end, I sold my last 5 properties via assignment because I wanted to get rid of them, because I assumed some bad information was going to come down the market. Nothing like the virus, but if there was a change in the election or something like that, or after the election, that we could probably get some bad news and some pent-up numbers could really start us in a recession. So I've been planning for that really for the last 2 years, want to do it. So the biggest thing you can do is really take advantage of this time right now and learn creative financing. It is very, very powerful. And the biggest thing is you got to stop convincing yourself that you can't do it. You can do it. You just got to ask the right questions. Here's the deal. Just go out and find the motivated sellers. Do what you do best. Use your traditional marketing, change it up a little bit so it's not just hard, cold cash. We're opening to taking over payments. We can help you with your back payments. And here's a great little tip. The word forbearance, go and do your research for it. It's just an agreement between the bank and the mortgage holder to put off payments for X amount of time. But forbearance usually have to be made up within 6 months to 12 months, or they add it on to the end of the loan. And most people freak out when they see that, and they typically want to get rid of it. Because once you get behind one payment, the statistical odds, I don't know the exact ones, but they probably have at least a 50% chance of losing that house in the long run. Because if you can't pay it now, you're probably not going to be able to pay it in the long run. And if you get it tacked on to the end of the mortgage, if you couldn't afford your $1,200 payment, how are you going to afford your $1,400 or $1,500 payment? Remember, they're going to add interest. And a lot of times there's penalties added on the back end. So the bank is not these people's friends when they're missing payments. You have to be the problem solver, create solutions. Financing gives you a chance to make money when you buy it. You make money on the monthly cash flow, and you make money when you sell it. And this is a true way to become wealthy. And here's the best part is you risk very little or any of your own capital. That's a huge win. And number 2, you don't have to go to banks and get loans. You don't have to do this hard money thing. There's a reason they call it hard money, guys. We never use hard money in a creative financing type of situation. So, guys, you can always do your wholesaling. If you would just learn creative financing, it's going to open up an entire world for you that I promise you You will be blown away. So open up your marketing to it. Work with someone that will help you do this. And keep in mind, here's the last really cool part I didn't even think about. Think about all your competition. We just dealt with 3 or 4 properties this week. We had 7 to 10 wholesalers, and they had one trick. Guess what? I can offer you X amount of dollars cash, close quick, all cash, fast closing. Oh. And all they do is they keep bidding each other down. What if you came in and go, Mr. Seller, I can give you exactly what you want. I can give you exactly what you want. You no longer are competing with these competitors that most of them don't even have the cash to close on it. It's complete BS. So are you tired of chasing that same game where all you do is offer cash? Go back, rearm your holster, get another gun in there, and learn creative financing. It's really not that hard. That financing is worth money. There's so many options you can do with it. There's too many in this video, and I'll explain it in another video. But please, for God's sakes, open yourself up to creative financing. It is the single greatest opportunity you have available in real estate right now in 2020, and it should go on for at least the next couple of years. I've always done creative financing deals. There is more than one way to skin a cat, and it's going to make you the most complete real estate investor and will keep you in this business forever. So guys, go ahead, learn creative financing. This is Flip with Rick, and I'll see you on the other side.